Life owes us nothing. Life isn't fair. Never was, and it's never going to be. You might do the work, somebody else gets the credit. You may work twice as hard as your neighbor, and you know you're twice as smart as he or she is, but you also happen to know that he or she is making twice the money you are. There are many times in life when we get a bad hand dealt to us. How do you play a bad hand when you get one? Do you hang on, refusing to quit, even though there's no guarantee you'll succeed? Or do you whine and you pity yourself because you are convinced that your problems are so much more terrible than anybody else's? Poor baby. When I was editing Success and living in Chicago, I developed a lovely friendship with a man called Wilton Hall, who had his own little magazine down in South Carolina called Quote. Wilton sent me this card. This is the actual card. I've had, I don't know, 25, 30 years. It's starting to fall apart. But I fell in love with this thing. Whenever I hit things during the day that aren't going exactly the way I want them to go, poor baby, again, and I start to feel sorry for myself for some dumb reason or other, about 3 minutes with this little paper straightens me right out. It's called, Lord, Forgive Me When I Whine. Today upon a bus, I saw a lovely girl with golden hair. I envied her. She seemed so gay and wished I were as fair. When suddenly she rose to leave, I saw her hobble down the aisle. She had one leg and wore a crutch. But as she passed, a smile. Oh, God, forgive me when I whine. I have 2 legs. The world is mine. I stopped to buy some candy. The lad who sold it had such charm. I talked with him. He seemed so glad. If I were late, 'twould do no harm. And as I left, he said to me, I thank you. You have been so kind. It's nice to talk with folks like you. You see, he said, I'm blind. Oh, God, forgive me when I whine. I have 2 eyes. The world is mine. Later, while walking down the street, I saw a child with eyes of blue. He stood and watched the others play. He did not know what to do. I stopped a moment, and then I said, why don't you join the others, dear? He looked ahead without a word. And then I knew he couldn't hear. Oh, God, forgive me when I whine. I have 2 ears. The world is mine. With feet to take me where I'd go, with eyes to see the sunset's glow, with ears to hear what I would know. Oh, God, forgive me when I whine. I'm blessed indeed. The world is mine. We sure do forget to count our blessings, don't we?